All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the World Arena podcast, aka
Wow.
the WOPcast. Today, Faraz and I are joined by the SWC legend Obabo. What's going on, man?
Hello.
Thanks for joining us. So we've got you for the second time this week doing a balanced patch review. So I'll also put the link to Obabo's video with Sei and of course Obabo's YouTube channel in the description if you guys want to check that out. They go through it line by line. We're gonna skip some of the filler stuff just because this patch was about as tame as it can be as far as RTA is concerned. Just because, presumably, because SWC is in the middle of.
I would say it was until it wasn't.
Yeah, exactly. Which we'll get to. But
another fun fact: the last time we had Obabo was also during Special League, if I recall correctly.
Was it? I don't even know.
I feel like it was.
I have no idea either.
Well, let's go with that and run with it.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So yeah, we can go into the balance patch. I mean, I feel like most people's like first impressions of it are the same, but if you want to give your just overall impression of it, like how you're feeling about it so far. We've had it for like what, 2 days now, I think. Like that's actually been live.
Yeah, something like that. 2 or 3 days.
Yeah, I mean, we all know that like one family completely shaked up the game, but for the rest of the patch, how are you feeling about it? Like, is there anything that you feel did much of anything at all other than that one family that we'll talk about?
I mean, I think Daphne's change is pretty big, but
yeah,
he's so hard to ruin well. Like, I don't know, there's probably like only 10 people who can ruin a Daphnis that I would like use myself.
Yeah, that's a good point. How you feeling about it for us?
It's not. My first impression is it wasn't like down bad. Like there's a lot of good stuff and I've said this for like the last three patches. It's like there's actually like some good stuff in here, but you don't really see its value because of Oliver. I'm gonna say this every fucking time until Oliver is out of the discussion. But there is some good stuff. It's not down bad. It's not bad. It's just below okay. So whatever's between bad and okay, it's there. That's my impression of this patch. Because you can't hate on it heavily.
Like I would say, Nat 5 changes were pretty lame.
Very.
I kind of like the beast mode changes, but
yeah, that's the one I was gonna say too. Yeah.
Yeah, but then like the actual 4-star changes are pretty nice, I think, for a lot of them.
Yep. All right, so let's get into it. I mean, we can start with this first one just because it's an LD5. Someone out there might have this thing wondering what the fuck do I do with it. So they gave, I think her name's Ella, the light totemist, a buff where she now gives herself 50 bar while giving her ally 50 bar. I mean, it's like a halfway Yanhong skill, but on a much worse unit. I don't know. I mean, it's kind of cool. Like, I think she's all right in general. It's just the RTA meta, in my opinion, is way too fast for a unit to like this to actually have an impact on the game.
Yeah.
I mean, her name is actually like L.
So Ella. Yeah. Just the L, no E. Yeah, just the capital L.
I think this buff does change a little bit though, because she can boost herself into her totem skill if she's on.
Yeah, that's really cool. Yeah. That's the thing. Which that's an immunity skill, I think.
Yeah, immunity, reduce CD on your team.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. I think a small heat as well.
Yeah, it's not terrible. I mean, it's very slow paced in a meta that's like got a bunch of really loaded units in it. So yeah, I don't know.
It's just a slow Yanhong. Oh, not slow Yanhong. Who's the other one? Elenoa? Like Polar Queen?
that's actually probably the closer comparison.
It's a
with the bar and the
base speed wise
cooldown reduction.
She has the immunity S2, right? Because the dark one does provoke S2, so like it.
It's not what you want your LD5 to be.
I like her, but I would probably pick Mav over her.
Agreed. With the cleanse and the speed buff, like that is just that's just a better skill in general. So the next one is Daphnis, who now does not have to strip. which is amazing and will still defense break. Daphnis is one of my favorite units, so I love this buff because now you can actually, like the past couple seasons, I was using Daphnis on like 198, 190, like plus 198, plus 199 to get it in front of my Ryu because I didn't want to strip them and then have Daphnis do no damage. But then once you go that fast, then you don't do that much damage anyway because I was on like crit rate accuracy. I love how much more versatile this makes Daphnis.
Yes. I've been screwed over by having, because like a lot of us who run Despair Ryu, we like to have our Daphnis on Swift just to be in front of the Ryu so we don't have to strip something and then we're kind of botched on it. So this is in that exact like scenario, and there's multiple units with that same combination where you would run your Daphnis in front of them, and this is good.
What do you think, Babo?
I mean, I would still say that it's a Swift unit, no matter what.
Yeah, just to get the stats, but it doesn't have to be in front of your strips anymore. Like,
Yeah.
You can maximize damage rather than maximize speed. If like that, dependent on account, obviously, but it does. It's good. Long story short.
I don't think I still think it needs to be around the same speed. It's just now you don't have to like wonder what he's gonna do as much when you pick him in a draft. Because now you actually have a chance of like getting a safe kill. I think the biggest thing is now you can actually delete Junos if you want with Daphnis.
Yeah.
To get another option to just delete Junos that are off will.
yeah, but like, what if you had two like really consistent AOE strip pushbackers, like potentially like 4-star, really consistent AOE strip pushbackers that could then set this unit up, right? Like, what if those existed? Like,
I mean, those exist, but I would say in those cases, then you would still rather have just like a super heavy like impact AOE unit, something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's true. It is funny though, because I've been using this Daphnis. It's still, if you use the S3 on something that doesn't have a buff, at least it was doing it in my game, it still says, it tells you that you got resisted on stripping something that's not there, and then you do the defense break and you kill it. It's really weird. The word resistance comes up still as if you tried to strip something but didn't, even though there's nothing there. And so the next is the Wind Daphnis, Kashmir, and Wind Ryu. So if they change it so that if the enemy has no beneficial effects after the first attack, the second attack is activated. Now it's if the first attack lands as a critical hit, the second hit is activated. I mean, it's okay. The second hit's not the nuke, by the way. The third hit is the nuke, so you still then have to land the second hit's defense break to then get the third hit's actual, like, kill something. But it's a little bit better. I mean, I don't know how you guys feel about it, because it's like if you don't strip, then you can't land the defense break anyway, so you still can't finish the skill.
Didn't they change it? Wait, so you still have to strip to land the defense break?
Well, you can't defense break something with immunity, right? So,
but it says
it's the same skill.
Attack, no, go make me dig into this. So I feel like either
it's the same skill, because if you used it before on something that didn't have immunity, then you did the second hit anyways, because they didn't have immunity. But now it's if you crit, but then you'll do it, so you'll pretty much always get the second hit now. But you're still never going to finish the combo if you didn't strip them. You know what I mean?
I see.
But you get the second hit.
The defense break on an unimmunity unit,
right? Which you already could have done because they were unimmunity.
Okay, never mind.
Right?
So okay, let's just skip this.
Yeah, it's weird.
Wait, what? I mean, before you could fail like stripping a unit that has
like speed
all the buffs that,
or something.
Yeah, like speed buff, like Escher or something like that.
Right. That's the main like difference, but it's weird. I mean, he's more of like an aggressive go first type of unit. Hopefully all they're gonna have on them is just their will runes, but who knows. So next one's Gyu. I don't know. I fought her a couple times already. She just seems like slightly more annoying. I don't know how you guys feel about this. She does a little damage now based on the enemy's HP, and she gains 35% bar instead of 25 when an opponent uses a skill.
This is the buff I was asking for because like they buffed her initially, and I was running her against Oliver's because they were taking so many turns. But then Oliver kept controlling it so badly anyway, so it was a pointless Oliver counter. I'm gonna have to try it out again. I haven't had time this week to like rerun and like test some of the stuff I wanted to. I do think this 10% extra is gonna be pretty good, but again, like it depends how much love you're gonna give her on your runes, right? She does still need to be at a decent high speed to really abuse the extra 10% where you're actually cutting. Because 25 it's obvious, like I'm saying redundant shit right now, but it's I think it's gonna be better. I don't think you've just fought like really good GUIs yet, but I think it's gonna be pretty good. I'm gonna have to run mine up like I used to. I think I had mine on 170 Despair before. And it had its moments when it was good, like at 25. But I think at 35, I'm going to be cutting a lot more. And with like Despair, Strip, stun chances, and defense break, all that crap, I think she's going to be really annoying in a good way, not a bad way, is my IMO.
I was a little bit disappointed with her buff because I thought it would be better. Because I was more excited for like the additional damage parts.
Right.
But then that ended up being like super small.
Of course.
It was adding like 1k or 2k on
Yeah.
hit, so
3 damage? I don't know. But
what's the deal with these units, by the way, that can't activate their shit on revenge? Like why do they draw the line at her revenge defense break, but not Vertihile giving an entire team 40% attack bar? Like,
I don't know.
what's the logic here? Shizuka can't even revenge absorb.
Yeah, exactly. But if we had like Shizuka Revenge Absorb, we would have like triple Revenge Shizuka, triple Revenge Verd, triple Revenge Lima all in one team.
Well, it comes into play
then
with
you,
Shizuka because like you can actually get revenge buff off of like Josephine's and stuff like that. And so like even without being built on revenge, sometimes your Shizuka actually does have revenge, but it doesn't do anything. Her skill doesn't work.
It's she won't absorb on revenge?
No.
Or just like she won't. Will she strip on revenge?
They can strip,
yes,
yeah.
They can strip all of them, but they can't do anything else. I mean, I think it's
so weird.
I mean, it's weird, but I think it's fine because their S1s are like some of the best S1s in the game.
Tell that to say,
good sure.
But
yeah.
I spent like at least 10 wings with a triple revenge Tomo, not realizing you couldn't actually stun on the revenge, and then I was like, wait, what the fuck's going on? And but like I just don't know, it's just weird to me that like we live in a world where Jean can't do like a mini heal on a revenge still, but Verd can give 40 bar to an entire team. Dude, fuck, the light bear man can't heal on a revenge. But Verd gives 40 bar. It's wild.
Yeah, but Alman was pretty OP though.
Yeah.
But they can bring it back.
They're afraid that we're gonna do Trikaru Alman, to just clear everything, just infinite healing. Alright, so next group of units, I mean you guys, there's only one in here that I really think matters at all with the Beast Monks. If you guys want to talk about any of the other ones, I don't know. Do you think there's anything good about any of the other 4? I mean, I'm sure you know which one I think is good.
I like 2 of them actually. I like Kumar and Chandra.
So Kumar is now just what? He's 100% silence, right?
Yeah, 100% silence with the strip on his S1.
And the strip is not contingent on crit anymore, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
So
the only issue. Yeah.
No, I was saying like with my Shazam when I was doing a lot of siege and I had my Shazam defense, I would always have to force really high crit for him to do something, right? But like if you don't put crit on them, I don't know, like other than them being extremely fat, like plus 40k HP and decent accuracy, decent speed, if they're not critting, they're not really doing enough damage, I feel. So I don't know, like, okay, they removed the crit condition, sure, but like I still think they're going to be built on some sort of crit rate to get some damage in a siege setting I'm talking about here. So I don't know the point of removing the crit. Like, it's better, yes. So if you don't crit, you can still strip, sure. with not 100% chance, but I don't know how I feel about. I'm indifferent right now. I've yet to play with it.
Yeah. So I mean, do you think when you say like Kumar, do you mean an RTA? Do you think he could potentially get any usage there? I don't even own one, so I haven't even really thought
Yeah,
about him.
like-
But
Thing is, I really like Kumar's kit. I just think it's like it's one of the stronger kits in the game, but it's just stuck on the wrong unit. If it was
yeah,
on
that's
another
very
family unit,
true. Yeah.
it would have been sick. I mean, at least his fires is like one of the it's probably one of the fire units with the most value in his kits. But then
Yeah.
because of the way he has like cleanse on skill 3 and strip on S1,
Did
you kind of want
these
it to be
guys?
fast. And
A
then the
self
base speed.
cleanse. Be specific. It's a self cleanse on us.
No, he cleanses his whole team like full cleanse and
Yeah.
silences
Oh,
enemy.
with S3. So yes, with
S3,
S3.
yeah.
I thought you were talking about S2. Sorry. His heal.
Didn't
Yeah,
these
that-
guys used to give themselves speed buff when they crit, or am I
Yeah,
tripping?
they took that
Yeah,
out.
they did.
They just got rid of it completely?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They did that a couple patches ago. They did that when they. What was the rework at that time? I don't really remember.
I don't know.
I don't want to spend so much time talking about beast
Yeah.
modes.
Well, the one that I do want to talk about is Chandra, because I mean I can't prove this because I don't have I just don't have any beast monks. I don't know how. I've been playing for fucking 8 years. I don't have beast monks. But
Maybe because you feed them.
I don't feed them. I haven't.
Wait,
Like-
you actually haven't pulled them?
No, I mean they've come up in blessings before, but like with other non-dupes, I've never taken them. But with Chandra though, like I actually think he could be an interesting Tableau replacement for people who don't have Tableau. You'd have to run him like Tableau's way more versatile. You'd have to run Chandra in a much more specific team. But because he AoE slows and boosts your team in the same skill and as a speed lead, if he's moving behind pushback units, you will push them. Like if you push them back with Chung Pung, then Chandra slow them and boost yourself up, you're going to cut them super hard, just like Tableau makes you do. But obviously it's way less versatile. You're going to have to use him with pushback units. Tableau you could basically use with anything that has 2 good AoE skills, but I think it could be interesting.
I would say that I view him more as a Wedget replacement than Tableau replacement.
So Swift?
Yeah, Swift.
Oh god, you're gonna need some crazy runes. They're 96, right?
Yeah. But like that's how I would use him, and then you can like protect a unit turn 1 as well as you're boosting your whole team. So
Yeah,
that's how that going. Like I could see it working into some drafts.
yeah.
Like protecting a key unit.
I think it's a pretty cool unit. Like I like units that have like if you have an AoE and an additional turn built in, like you're a pretty good despair unit. Wait, defend does give you an additional turn, right?
Yeah, it does.
Okay.
Yeah.
I only ever fight him on defense. I don't know if I'm just getting procced on or what. But yeah, I think it makes for a pretty damn good despair unit to have a built-in violent type skill and then also be able to dump AoEs with despair chances on it. So next unit, I mean, whatever, another LD5. She heals a little bit more. She's just more fun. I think this unit's actually pretty good. Like I don't.
Yeah.
Anytime I see her getting a buff, I'm not a happy man.
Fire Monkey still. I don't know if anything really changed. Like, yeah, we've done this. Only applies if you guys don't know, chat listening. This only applies to his base speed, not his total speed for Fire Monkey.
Yeah, he gets 116 now.
Yeah. So like,
I mean, it's like it's whatever. He's never gonna be like they gave Masha the buff that Fire Monkey needed. Like Fire Monkey's been on 50 balance patches, and in one balance patch, they gave Masha what Fire Monkey always needed, and now, like that's it. He's the same unit but worse. He's never gonna be better than her.
To be fair though, that's like what all bruisers.
Yeah, right. But it's like he was supposed to be the unit. Like this is supposed to be the anti AoE.
he was out before.
Yeah. Like she does what he has always was always supposed to do in countering units like wind, pushbacks, things like that. She just does it better.
Okay, so I think the reason they do this is because like Fire Monkey is immune to stuns, so like it would be weird to give him immunity every turn.
Yeah.
He's immune to stuns, but pushbacks are so more prevalent than
Well,
stuns
that's
now.
what. Well,
so
that's
that's the issue.
kind of like the part of Masha's passive that he needs, like the
that's
reduced
what we're talking
pushback
about.
effects. Because like increased speed, it's almost the same thing, right? It's like you get back to your turn quicker after having got pushbacked. I'd rather he just take less attack bar pushback, the same way Masha does. Like that's just better in every way. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Whatever. It's
In a way, he would also
Fire
like
Monkey.
better Beast Riders too if he had that attack bar reduction on himself.
Yeah. So Dark
Still not
Monkey, I mean, they're just beating around the bush. This thing's he's eventually going to get to 100. Like it's
What's
happening.
the total stun chance now?
I think it's like
85.
How much?
85.
Oh, I think you said 95. I was like, what the? Why'd they stop there?
Like,
Yeah,
why?
85. I mean, that's a really good AOE stun chance. Like outside of like a Wind Robo, not many things stun that well on an AOE. Like he's got crazy base speed. He'll be broken someday. Like they're eventually they will just accidentally go one step too far with this unit. And like it'll just be some buff that compounded with all the other buffs he's accumulated over the years. He's just gonna be ridiculous, but I don't think he's quite there yet. I don't know what you guys think.
I agree with you, but it won't be accidental. It'll be like, okay, fine.
They're just blue balling Sei right now.
Yeah.
I mean, I see why people have an issue with him, but I've always
I think he's
like
good.
I've seen a way to use him.
His S2 is like
wouldn't mind.
really good too.
I love
Like,
that S2. It's so
steals.
good.
Not strips, it steals.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the thing. Like that's what I like with all those units who like they can go turn 1 and then they can still
Yeah.
protect themselves.
the
Mhm.
And they
ethno
have insane
stuff.
base
Yeah.
speed.
I love it.
That's what I was doing. Like our 2v2 tech with Ethna Shiho.
Yeah, exactly.
tournament.
Just get out in front of people and then just
Yeah.
ban their strips and all your units are just protected. It's like it's so good. So they changed chimeras. Yeah. So the only thing changing about them is they're conditioned to get an automatic critical hit. And now it's based on if your attack speed is higher than your opponent's, then you will automatically crit them. I mean, it's a buff, but it's like it's not that much different. I mean, I don't know. all the chimeras that have Squall, by the way, had an AoE CC anyways, so they could already put something under an ability effect before doing it. I think this was more of like maybe like a PvE change or something, so you could like auto crit bosses with them or something like that. Because I just seems kind of pointless for RTA. Like they were already getting that condition up pretty often.
I mean, I would still say that I prefer this.
It's better. Yeah.
Like
And,
if you
like,
run the
especially
AoE slow. Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, like especially for Lagmorn, I think this is a lot better.
Yeah. True. But yeah. So I mean, the only one of these that really matter. I mean, Rocky does 7% more damage. Congratulations, Rocky. Water, Hell Lady Beth, and Dark Demon now do 2-turn cleanse block. I mean, whatever.
Not on like Juno or.
I mean,
Pheromone,
I could.
but, yeah.
Okay, so I've been feeding like Fire Demon and Beth pretty like quite a few times. And thing is, I could actually see this. Like, imagine you're going for like some weird, like Maximilian Asima Cleave in RTA.
Yeah.
Like in your like first 3 picks, the enemy's gonna pick like Veramos, Juno,
Yeah.
all that stuff, and then you just slam both the demon and Beth.
Yeah.
As your last 2 picks. And what can you do then with like double 2-turn?
Yeah, dude.
Not Fire Demon, but yes for Beth, because Fire Demon the only accuracy he needs is for his S3, which you like. It's not happening, dude. Like you gotta give him damage, and you also have to give him accuracy. And I mean, if you ruin him in a weird way, where he's your attack buffer to use S2, and then you still have some accuracy, and you just ruin on crit rate. You're just not gonna do much, and then you'll never land the dots. The dots themselves don't need accuracy. If you didn't know that, it's just a cleanse block that needs.
You would go for accuracy if you put him in those situations.
But
You'd be forced to. You wouldn't have any choice. You'd have to go.
And
for it.
I mean-
any damage. He doesn't like.
No,
he
but
did-
I think it's fine. Like your whole draft would be like 5 insane units
Yeah,
just
clap units.
going to town. It
But
would be
dude,
fine.
like this special league specifically, like I've just been using some super goofy like AoE units just because like I can just pre-ban Juno and like do whatever the fuck I want. But like I want Beth's heal block back. Like give me the heal block back. I don't fuck this cleanse
love
block shit. I want the heal block.
I hate that I pulled her after, like, because Beth was one of my most wanted regular elements for a long time, for like many seasons ago, and I still always wanted her. Then I finally pulled her, and then they changed her to cleanse block. I'm like, I wanted her for the heal block.
The heal block's really good in this meta right now. Like,
And it was in a lot of metas. It's actually pretty good, and it never went away that the heal block was a good
those bastards.
debuff. Because very few units are running heal block. It's kind of odd.
It's like just Dominic and Nephthys.
Yeah, like when it comes to like what you think, and then Sekhmet. That's one of my favorite things about Sekhmet. It's like, oh, she runs heal block. Like, yeah, that's like one of the good things. When I AoE against a Juno, and then like if Juno was my intention to like leave last to kill, the heal block was like super good.
Yep.
And,
You forgot about the best heal blocker.
Figaro.
Tableau.
Oh, fuck. God damn it.
Wait, he does heal block too? I don't remember that.
Yeah, he does. He has
S1.
he has glancing, unrecoverable, and defense break on skill 1.
Not busted, please, nerf.
I know, right? He should be on this balance patch, getting nerfed into the ground.
I really think they should like nerf his skill 2 somehow. Like
I agree.
maybe not a complete nerf, but a like balance change, so it's not like the most RNG skill in the game.
I sent Firas a replay of getting soloed by one the other day. With my robos and shit. Dude, I missed every single strip on it, and then the thing just like chained me to death until I just could never move again.
Insane. That's fucking madness.
So wait, what is this Leica one? They changed this?
Yeah, from 20 to 24. It's still a five hits. It still needs like 5 hits to
you'll need 5 to kill it.
Whether it was 20 or 24, I have yet to figure out why.
Well, the difference is when you shield him, right? Because like the thing with Leica is like the higher, or I guess, yeah, the higher you make his damage reduction, the more toxic it gets with like shields and stuff like that. Because if Wusa puts a 10,000 HP heal on a Leica and you can only hit him for 2,000 at a time, you now have to hit Leica 11 times to kill him. Like it's insane. So it makes sense to like make it still 5 hits, but as little damage reduction as you can to make that still happen.
I mean, I think that was just a weird change. They didn't have to.
It is random, yeah.
Because like even shields, like for Leica to take value of the shields, there has to be like no strippers, no nothing like that.
Yep.
Like there's every unit has a strip nowadays.
Yeah, Praha just laughs at that.
But you can probably kill but I think but it is good. I think Leica is going to be seen a lot more.
Yeah. He's better versus those rag Leos.
Like the thing is, like I would say 6 seasons ago, when someone picked like 4 or 5 strippers, people would like laugh at them, say, "Okay, he lost draft. He like went too hard into strippers." Like nowadays, when someone picks 45 strippers, it's like, okay, this guy knows what he's doing. He's
yeah. How do I RNG him now? If I cut, he still has 2 more strips left. Yeah. I don't want to talk about Zen. I just love how like he's been on 2 consecutive balance patches, and it took 1 balance patch for them to make a fucking robot 1,000 times better than he will ever be. Like Zen at no point from now until the end of Summer's War will ever be better than what Wind Robo is right now, and he's on every balance patch. Like this is a joke.
I mean, I would say if he gets like Speed Awakening, he's probably better.
Okay, yeah, they could do that. That's true. That would be a little extreme. But yeah, we can. I want to go back to Zen after we do the Robos, because like What is the point of jumbling attack bars if on the same balance patch you're going to give these strip attack bar mechanics? Like, this is just a joke. This is so much worse in every way than Robo's. It's crazy. I don't know. Are there any of these? Oh, we can go to this guy. I mean, do you guys care much about the Battle Angel changes? I don't know.
I pulled the wind one like last week. Never talked about it because there was nothing to talk about. But
Yeah, I've got her too.
like, I think it's obviously it's not Douglas level, but like it's not like I don't know what's the point of her still. Like it's still the main thing about her passive. Like you got to be faster. You need to be a high crit rate. You have to be what was it?
Well, the issue is the passive is you need to be faster than them, but the S2 is you need to have double their attack.
Yes.
How,
So like how is that?
How the fuck? How can you even do that?
Like, I would say the point of her is to like give like pay to win people an option to have a 5-star win sniper that still works, but at least it's a 5-star,
Yeah.
so they feel better about using it.
The win
Yeah,
dilemma continues 8 years into this fucking game. The win dilemma of like you just there's always someone better than either in the same element or different element. It just doesn't fit ever.
I mean, I would say that's like Lagron's.
Yeah,
like that's
AD right now.
Could you imagine if Lagmar was a fire unit?
Yeah,
he'd be so good. So Fire Battle Angel, I mean, she's whatever. Like, for her to get this buff on the same patch as Daphnis got his, I feel like Daphnis just stays ahead of her. Like, just in general, he hits harder, less setup. You don't have to build it in some crazy way where you've got double the attack power of your opponent and shit like that. Because everything has high attack now. Like, at least in G3, everybody's building all their units on all additionals. Like, even the most random units, like a Praha might have plus 900 attack. Like, I think mine is like 850 or something like that. Like, that makes these Battle Angel S2s super inconsistent. You'd have to have fucking almost 4,000 attack to actually have double. Like, it's crazy.
I think the only way like she becomes really nice is if she gets a speed buff somehow.
Who, the wind one?
Yeah, like wind Battle Angel.
Yeah, maybe when she gets glanced on. I don't know.
Yeah, probably. Like just give her one turn when she gets glanced, and then she can actually solo water teams.
Yeah, don't make the Juno mistake and give her 2 turns.
What's the wind sniper? What's his name again? Carbine.
Carbine, yeah.
Is it Carbine?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, like Carbine's already better than her.
Yeah. All right, now for the MVPs of the balance patch. So first up, Carlos. He now gains 100 bar, and the attack power that he sucks from it goes off of their current attack power as opposed to their base attack power, which is better in almost every situation. I mean, even like what I just said, where even supports now are building attack just so that they can do more damage with additionals. Like, you're almost always getting more attack power from this new passive than the old one. And now he gains 100 bar, so he cuts, and he does a shitload of damage, and he's super fun. Yeah, how you liking him so far, Obabo?
I think it's fun. I think he has a place now, at least. Like, people, like, first day of the patch, people were going crazy, like, how broken he was.
Yeah.
I don't think it's anything like that. I think he's fine. And he's, like, a good counterpick sometimes. I think he's alright. I'm happy with him.
I haven't fought one, nor do I own it to know. So...
If Cleve ever gets good, though, he'll be really good. Like, because he'll be one of those units where it's like, he's your 3rd damage dealer, and if you let either of the like other damage dealers through with him, he'll just start toppling your team after the first damage dealer gets a kill, which is like, it's super cool, but Cleve sucks because they have no speed leads, so he's like a monster in waiting. Like, once a comp like that actually comes up, he'll be crazy. Yeah, well, young.
Yeah.
It's not fair.
I mean, I guess I have the other Cleve speed lead, but it's not that great.
Nope. No, you don't. Trinity's all. You'd rather just go without a speed lead.
like even like water Ryu for cleaving.
Yeah.
You have Dark
course
Robo, Babo? Do
Dark
you
Robo?
have Dark Robo?
No, I
That's
have
a,
the two
that's a
light
touchy
ones.
subject.
Yeah,
That'd
it
be
is.
so good for you.
All right, so next line, Figaro. He has a 25% chance to install a bomb every time he attacks.
Hey, dude. I like the word
This-
install here.
This unit is hilarious, man. I did like 10 wings with him and Tomo just like before I wanted to play with Robos, but I was having so much fun using this unit. Like, put him on Swift plus 230 for just S2, like get some random ass bombs, spread them with Tomo, spread them with Shizuka. I was using like Canny and stuff. I got 4 bombs up on a Kinky at one time. Like, it was just chaos.
We'll
He's
probably do
cool.
one
I don't think
still.
he'll ever be good, but he's really cool. Like, it's just a fun unit. I don't know.
Yeah, that was a nice change. I mean, I actually like him. I think he can be somewhat viable, but he's like one of those units where you probably want him as a despair stripper
Yep.
because he doesn't like contest, and then you still have like to invest a super fast despair set on him.
Yeah.
Which
like
are
a
really
water
high in
Ryu
demand.
type set. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's super hard to actually do
Yep.
him properly.
Use Sierra Figaro, easy combo right there.
Yeah, well, I actually fought one last night, and like on turn 1, like my fire robo's on Swift but not on Will, and I S2'd, and the Figaro Revenge Despair Stun installed a bomb on my head on a Revenge. It was like, what
I
the?
love it.
What the
I mean, honestly, I could see that being a bit like triple revenge Figaro because
Yeah.
he can protect himself as well. Just be
Yeah.
an annoying little.
But
Yeah,
yet,
that
keep
could be
in
fun.
mind, guys, Shizuka cannot absorb on a Revenge. This guy can
Yeah.
install bombs.
You can bomb on Revenge, but
How ridiculous. This game is
Yeah.
fucking chaos. All
now
right.
Robos,
The real MVPs.
potatoes.
So Water 1, whatever. He gives himself invincibility after he revives, doesn't matter. Wind 1. So this unit now, he got decrease attack bar by 15% with his third skill. His third skill is he attacks everything once, but it keeps it. The chain breaks if you fail to stun something. So it's 100% activation rate stun, but it goes one at a time on your opponent. It takes about 30 seconds to do this animation. It's hilarious. And the chain will stop if he misses a stun, but he's also going to now decrease their attack bar by 15% on top of stunning them. I think that skill's also like, that's got to be the best AoE stun in the game, right? 100% activation rate on everything he hits. Like, what has a higher chance of AoE stunning than that? I don't know. I mean,
Sean.
Yeah, that's
Pretty
true.
good.
I forgot about him. We hate Sean.
Yeah, like I guess Sean and John are pretty good AoE stunners.
Yeah, well, but Gianna has like a condition she has
Downside.
to
Yeah,
meet.
that's true.
Yeah. But anyways, his S1 got buffed, so he now absorbs attack bar and does damage based on speed, I believe, right? Yeah, so now it's speed scaling instead of attack scaling, and he decreases attack bar. That got changed to now absorb attack bar by 30%, which is a pretty huge absorb on S1. 30% is no joke.
Especially if you build Swift, you're gonna lap most likely.
Yeah, but then the real busted part about this is Fire, Wind, and Dark got the S2 to now, with a 100% activation rate, absorb attack bar by 15% on every hit of a triple hit AoE. Yeah. That also strips at 50% activation rate.
How can we power creep Water Ryu by like 1,000-fold? This is how.
Yeah, I mean, this skill is ridiculous. You can use this, you can swing this skill into a team of 4 will units and gain so much attack bar that you lap right back around. You will lap other units on your own team. That's how much attack bar you gain. And then drop an S3 on them, which is the AoE stun.
Yeah, like I actually had that in my first ever Wind Robo game. I was fighting like an actual Wounsa team.
Yeah.
Like he was at capped ATB. My wind robo goes first. I just skill 2 into skill 3.
Yep. It's
That's-
like, it's the fact that this is 100% activation rate on anything that doesn't have buffs, right? Buffs, I think it is.
I mean, thing is, like that guy with the wounds, I had 4 will runes on his own. That was the funny thing.
Yeah.
And I still like went back to like. I mean, I guess it makes sense if you lap them since you push them back, but like,
Yeah.
not even any of my units like.
Well, that's what I'm saying. He
got it.
gains so much bar that
Yeah,
the only way you're going to cut your own units is if you go up and over 100. You have to go over 100 to get back in front of your own units. Like, because Tomo gains 100 and she doesn't get back in front of your own units with her S2. It's just, it's so much attack bar. And like, man, if you're fighting these robos and you have like 2 units off will, you just ban the robo because that unit is just losing 45% bar right off the bat. Like 100% activation rate. Oh my god, this unit is so crazy. I mean, what do you guys think? I mean, does this need to be nerfed?
I think they might go back on the S2. I think they might revert to S2 because even with the old S2, I still think they're like good units.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we'll see. Like, I mean, it's still super early to tell. Like, we don't know about Geo, we don't know about the Robos.
Right.
And it's also a special league, so. But I think they're solid. They're probably the best like free-to-play units we've had in a while. I mean, Dark One isn't, but
yeah,
still a lot of people have it.
You can't glance though. That's what the benefit of the Dark One is for this S2.
Only thing that I hate about the Dark One is that it's not like the Wind one who like, which like S3 animation takes a year. Like the Dark One's animation goes in like 0.2 seconds instead of going like Dark
they all
on,
happen
like,
at once.
One at a time as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, we can talk about the Dark One too. So he changed so that he now does damage based on attack speed as well, and his S3 now, which is an 8-hit random target, now is also a strip, which is ridiculous. And I think it put a dot.
Yeah, it does.
So 8 hits, strip, dot on his S3, and just in case anyone's not familiar with the way the mechanics work, in Summoner's War, if your skill is randomly targeting, that means every single hit of that skill checks for despair. So you technically on the Dark Robo have 8 chances to despair stun, whereas on any other unit with an AoE, even a multi-hit, it only checks the first hit of the multi-hit. But on a random target skill, it checks every single hit of it. So he gets 8 chances to despair stun. Like on average,
sure?
Yes.
Because I was using like Despair Lume a lot in Special League, and I didn't feel that much of a difference.
Well, she only hits 4 units, right? So I mean,
Yeah.
it's kind of tough to tell, but yeah, they do. They
even,
check separately.
But when there's like 2 or 1 units left and you use Lume.
Yeah, you could stun on the 4th hit of your S3.
Yeah, that's big then.
Yeah, it's just, I mean, I think he might be like one of the best just despair units in the game. Like even if that third skill, like they changed it so it does 2 hits to each unit instead of making it the 8 random and giving him that benefit. Like just having 2 AoE strips, multi-hits is crazy. It's just a crazy skill. Like, I don't know. Like, what the hell? This is a 4-star? Are you kidding me? For us, do you have this guy?
No, I was actually just looking. Like, did I pull this Dark One? I didn't.
Yeah, I had to double check too. I have the light one as well.
I thought I had
him, but he wasn't on this patch. But.
The thing is, when I was talking about it on like the video with Sei,
yeah,
I really thought I had him, so I was like super hyped. And then when I checked after the video, I saw that I had 2 light ones. I was like, what the hell?
No,
I think I have this guy. Everyone went through that same fucking thought process. Yeah. That's hilarious.
Yeah, this unit is just phenomenal. I mean, they all are. Like even the fire one. So the fire one, I think his only change was the S2 with the rest of them, I believe. Yeah, that was his only change. But like I mean, even me right now, I'm running the Fire and the Wind both on Swift, and like, dude, I could run 150 speed follow up, and they would move next. It's literally insane. Like, I don't even know. It almost seems like unfair. Like, even when you are swinging into a Ryu who's gonna like come back, like his passive's gonna activate, and then he's gonna get a chance to strip push you back. He's never gonna get his team to cut. The Robos take so much more bar than he does. It's like he's got to despair stun something, otherwise he's just screwed.
I mean, I would say that I probably prefer Chiwu or Water Ryu though, in like fire, like in Swift Fire Robos spot at least.
Yeah, maybe. I might just be having too much fun with them to like
Yeah.
see what's actually better, but I don't know. It just feels better for some reason, because like I was running pretty much this exact same comp with Swift Ryu last season during the actual season. Fire Robo just seems better. It's a better strip. It's 50% on every hit. And it's obviously a way better pushback. It's 100% on every hit. So I don't know. But yeah, I do think they are probably going to nerf these guys. I hope they don't do it like right away though. Like, don't do it just because of Special League. Like, wait until you see if they actually had an impact on real RTA
Gonna have it
before you do something.
They're definitely gonna have it. I'm probably gonna ruin them a Fire Robo like I ruined my Bison back in the day. The plus 180 mega stat set. I don't know how much damage it'll do, but I know my additional, since I have no good fire unit to use anymore, I'm bringing Fire Robo. Probably as good as how I used to run my Carnal. We'll go with that and see what happens. And then he'll get nerfed.
I mean, maybe for the Wind, or I mean, like, thing is, the reason why I'm not too hyped about the Fire one is like at least the Dark and Wind one have a really strong skill 3
Yep.
to like fall back on.
Yeah.
That's a big part.
I agree. So next family, I mean, the mermaids, they got like a, I don't know. I mean, Tetra heals a little bit more now. Dark one heals a little bit more now. Fire and Dark, they have a shorter cooldown and bigger heal on S2. It's all right. They nerfed Chiclid for some reason.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah, that
understand
was
why
weird.
they.
I don't think they know that cooldown and strip are not affected by glancing, because I can't see why else this would even like come to your mind as the buff that she needed, when the two main things of that skill are not affected by glancing anyways.
Yeah.
So now you're just weaker versus Ragdoll because you just have 15% crit rate versus everything that you hit. I don't know. It's just dumb. I mean, I think it was a Siege thing, right? Because now she has unpredictable AI. But
Yeah, exactly.
are we really going to use her? I don't know.
Thing is, issue is I don't think that like Siege buff warrants to nerf her.
Yeah, right?
Like, it would be fine to just keep it.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to feel about that. I'm pretty pissed. I like, memes aside, I genuinely like this unit. I use this unit
same.
in a lot of my comps. Like, I actually genuinely liked Chicklids in RTA. I really don't like that they did this. I consider this unusable now. I'm not going to use her with 15 bonus crit rate and only a 1-turn cooldown.
Yeah.
No way. And then rest of the units, these are all whatever. These were just buff changes, or these were just tooltip changes, nothing like actual. And then these are just the Beast Monks getting their new leader skills. Most important one, obviously, being Chandra getting a universal speed lead. We'll see if that actually makes a difference. I think if he was ever going to be good in RTA, a speed lead is the way to get him like headed in that direction.
Yeah.
But we'll see if people actually use them or not. But yeah, I mean, all in all, this balance patch has I mean, at least for this special league, has fucking changed everything. Like, people are first picking Wind Robo. I've had Fire Robo pre-banned versus me against a guy that I played 2 games in a row. It's just been chaos. Like, I don't know. I mean, Obabo, you're going for Legend at the moment, right? So how are you feeling about this special league? Are you having fun, or?
Yeah, I'm having fun, but like there's still the same issues of the other special leagues.
Yeah, like sitting in queue for 45 minutes.
Yeah,
You
and I mean
love
that would be fine if not for the fact that the guy who has Legend rank 1 doesn't
Yeah.
get that and fight G1 over and over with like insta queues. And thing is, they even made it worse, especially because they made it so you get Legend badge at 1500 when it used to be 1700. So there's even like less of a chance to like actually show that you have a high win rate than someone.
Yeah.
Until you get up to that point.
I tried to help you out. I roboed the shit out of him last night, but he still seemed to climb. Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
I actually lost a game just now when we were talking. my Wind Robo failed to stun Valantis as the first target.
Oh, come on.
It went downhill.
Dude, okay, and just so nobody makes the same mistake I do, I've done this twice now, and it's just like, I don't know why, but with the Wind Robo, you will always start your S3 on the unit that you target. Twice, I've started it by targeting a Fire Monkey King. And so the thing is fucking immune to stun, so I automatically break my own chain, and I'm like, oh my god, like
Also, I'm fighting Apsa right now, and he actually pre-banned Wind Robo.
Oh my
god! Were you actually first picking it though?
Sometimes, yeah.
I've been first picking Wind Robo. He's like, because I'm not using any of the meta speed leads right now, so he's like the ultimate first pick. He just tees off my entire rest of my comp. I don't know. It's sick. But all right. So, what do you like as the final topic? What do you guys think about pre-ban? Okay, because
I love it.
Every single person I have spoken to loves pre-ban special league. It seems to be everybody's favorite special league. But then when you even suggest it coming into regular RTA, people like get all skittish, and it's like, what the fuck's going on, man? We all love it. It's amazing. It helps us. It unlocks so many comps. Like, I haven't gotten the chance to use Amber since pulling her. Now I can pre-ban Juno. So guess what? I'm just slamming Amber all over people every single game. Like, it's just so good. I have so many ideas for comps. Like, I could build this comp with Leo as the pre-ban. I could build this comp with Verd as the pre-ban. But we only get this for 2 weeks, and then it's gone. And I'm gonna be sad.
Like, I think one unit that actually got a nice buff as well was Tetra.
Mm-hmm.
I actually picked her right now.
Oh, versus his Seema Maxi stuff?
Yeah, versus a Seema Dark Robo.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tetra on Nem?
Yes, it's on Swift Nem.
And
she's actually doing like 11k heals, which is pretty nice.
That's a huge heal.
She might die anyways because of Robos.
Yeah, Dies of Robo. the new Twitch meme, instead of Dies of Oliver, it's just going to be Dies of Robo.
Love to see it.
Yeah, she's got the same heal now as Molly, right? I think they have the same.
I think
Tetra scales off her own HP.
That's better.
Yeah, it is.
I'm gonna double check this right now.
Robos. Okay, yeah, Robos have to get nerfed. What the hell was this?
You never get to move, dude. Once they get going, exactly. Wind specifically, because it has 2 pushback skills, technically 3 if you count its first skill. Like, you never get to move.
Yeah, I'm giving up on this specially soon.
Oh, don't say that.
No, it's fine.
It's too crazy.
Just pre-ban it. That's why pre-ban's good.
I mean,
then you have to also pre-ban Oliver.
I mean, thing is, you can't pre-ban Robos because there are 3 of them.
So. I know, they all do the same fucking thing.
Start incorporating it in draft. I should probably ruin my Robo right now. When it comes to this special league, this is the number one thing, and we've spoken about this before on podcasts, where I just hope they actually take the data. And I know they obviously have the ability to take the data, because they do in SWC when they say who's your most picked and who's your most banned. obviously we know who's the most picked from last podcast. It was Oliver by like 70% most picked win unit.
Okay, I'm fighting Opsa again. I'm gonna free ban Dark
Stop
Robo
getting
now.
farmed.
Free ban Dark Robo and first pick a
Yeah,
Robo.
yeah.
You're set.
I mean, we'll see. I don't know if he runs Wind Robo anymore.
He does, yeah.
He
Okay.
can't
The
not.
thing is,
It's
he's probably gonna
Swift.
want to first pick Water Ryu still, so it's gonna be interesting. It's
Yeah.
gonna be a battle between Water Ryu and Wind Robo first.
Wind
picks.
Robo's winning that battle. But
Um,
yeah,
well,
I don't know. Like, the main thing too for me is like when it comes to pre-ban, like I just think it would add so much. Like, I mean, I want it to come alongside a change to where they don't let you see your opponent's name in
Yes.
draft,
Yes.
because I was getting. I'm not gonna lie, I almost listed my account for sale in the final week of this RTA season because the amount of messages that I'm getting after fighting a fucking username that I've never seen before in my life, and I get an email, or not an email, that sounds like a fucking boomer. I get a Discord message from somebody who's boosting that account, GG, and it's like, what the fuck, man? You know all of my runes, you know all of my units, and I don't know who the fuck you are because you're just on some random person's account that I've never seen this username before. Oh, I was getting so tilted. It was like, oh, so that's why you first picked my Ryu and saved your LDs for last because you know what I do and don't have. And like, it's like, come on, man.
It's like there's an argument that's like, well, you should be able to adjust to everything, but in current meta, it's ridiculous.
Dude, it's like
try to
playing
adjust
poker, but I have to play with my hand out on the table. You can see my
Yeah,
hand,
like, that's what
and
I'm
I
saying.
can't see yours. Like, yeah, if I fought Topa on his actual account, then yeah, I have that information too, and it's a fair fight. I know what he has. I know roughly his speeds and things like that. It's a fair fight. But if you're on some random ass dude's account, like, I don't fucking know. I don't know your speeds or your units. I don't know your LDs. Like, I don't know what's about to happen. I don't know if Volantis Gianna's coming in the last round. Like,
Yeah.
it's just, it's so, oh man, I was getting so tilted. I don't know. I really need them to hide names in chat. I mean, I ended up just changing my in-game username so that people couldn't see it. It says stop boosting in Chinese, by the way.
I took Ziggy's name because I'm like, I want to change my name too. I just took Zigbear's name. I got it upgraded on my Swift rune, and people keep like trying to. They don't speed contest me anymore. It's great because they think it's you. Couple that with like pre-banning Oliver, I'm just clapping cheeks left and right, and I love it. I had like a 70% win rate for a while, and I started doing wings in illegal situations, if you know what I mean. Just because I really want to play RTA now. It's been like months since I had this feeling of playing RTA. And when we said this last time, Obabo was on podcast, we're like, man, this should be SWC pre-ban, especially because we'd be prepping for it. And here we are, we're finally having it. Now we can actually enjoy RTA again, it feels like.
Yeah. I don't know. I think you've got 1,000 some odd units in your game now. You got to give us an extra ban at the beginning. I mean, that's just how it goes. Like, you play League, right, Obabo? Like, how many bans is there now in a League draft? Like,
there's 10. I mean, everyone gets their own ban, basically.
Holy shit.
That's what happens.
I think the last time I played, it was 3 per team.
I'm gonna lose my mind with these robos.
We should be screen sharing yours instead of Ziggy.
Yeah. I don't know what's happening. Like, this fire robo just dispersed on my whole team.
Yeah. But,
all right. What the fuck? Okay. Oh, wait. Maybe I shouldn't swear. But
no, you're good. You're good.
Opsa just left against me. That's why I got mad. Like, it was the
Boosting,
exact moment
busted. End the video.
Like, it was the exact moment that I was pressing exit.
That you were forfeiting.
And then, yeah. I'm gonna have to scold him after this. Yeah.
Well, all right. We can end the episode there. There's my little rant on pre-ban and pre-ban whatever hiding names, but
yeah.
I don't know. It's just like I hate to have this special league, have so much fun, and then go back to normal.
I know. I'm
Like
dreading
that's the problem. I'm not gonna want to play. I know myself. I'm not gonna want to play. I'm gonna want to just play something else because I'm just gonna be wishing it was pre-ban.
A note though for like everyone's like, oh, this patch was ass, and if you're still here listening, we should have probably said this earlier because most of you click off 30 minutes in at most. But we are getting one more patch before next season ends, and we're pretty sure that patch is after SWC, correct?
It's gotta be, right?
It's gotta be. Like,
Yeah,
it's gonna be 2 months from now. We're talking about end of November, so we should be having like a patch that actually shifts the meta appropriately. Though, mind you, Robos might do a lot, as far as we know.
Yeah.
They don't hot fix it.
Yep.
But fuck, we can like hopefully anticipate Oliver gone.
He'll be on there. People will fucking
Yeah.
be at the
If-
Com to Us headquarters with pitchforks and torches if he's
I
not.
want to bring my pitchforks on that, but because I understand SWC's situation where they can't like have that impactful of a patch, because they would like you argue that it messes with like, oh, if this was during prelims, I would have won because I don't have Oliver and it messes with me in prelims and blah blah blah. But you could pre-ban it, yeah, but I got to pre-ban his 30 other LDs too, yada yada yada.
Yeah, but I mean, to be real though, like we're just giving Com to Us a cop out because they could just have people play on old versions of the game on a tablet and just log into your account. Like,
do they do that kind of thing in other games?
yeah.
Yes, they do.
Yeah, they'll.
I mean,
they'll
league specifically, if they dropped a patch
Yeah.
like in the middle of LCS, you're not playing on that patch day of the patch.
You're joking. I didn't know that.
What if there's a bug? What if there's something that's just over the top, like strong on accident? They're not gonna let that fuck up
And
their
also,
tournament.
if there's like a maybe 3-week tournament, like a month tournament, and then you just have a random
Yeah, you can't do that.
tournament has to be on the same patch.
So they don't have an excuse. Okay, so we're not copying.
Yeah, there's no excuse. I mean, they could just have an old version of the game on the tablets that they make the SWC finalists play on. Because you
think-
play on their tablet, right? You don't even bring your own.
I think only way we can like say that is because we don't really have a way to practice on the old patch. So
Yeah, I mean, but you've, but you've been on the old patch for months. I mean, I don't know. I guess. I mean, I would think it would be more comfortable playing on the patch you played on for the past couple months than 2 weeks from now playing on this patch that just dropped, right? Like, what if Robos do fuck it all up and you've only had 2 weeks to prepare to fighting them?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's why I think like people that are fast at adapting,
Yeah,
gain more value from it. So
it's true. That's not really a talent you should have to have in a 3-month-long tournament. So.
That's insane how
yeah.
long SWC goes for.
Yeah. Well, anyways, we can end it there. Thank you so much for joining us. Staying up
Don't
late.
forget to
We appreciate it.
visit Obabo's YouTube if you somehow haven't, and
Yep. Everything will be in the description.
like this video because algorithm.
Yeah.
There's no other reason.
Tell your dad about us. All right. All right. Peace out.
Peace.
see ya.